And indeed the hereafter is better for you than the present life of this world. Therefore there is a secret to guide you in this life, and that is to know the triviality of this world. Do they think that we enlarge them in wealth and children? We hasten on to them with good things in this worldly life, so that they will have no share of good things in the hereafter. Nay, but they perceive not. When he entered the house of the prophet, Omar saw marks on the prophet's side, which resulted from always lying down on straw, and he also noticed the bareness of the room. His eyes swelled with tears after seeing such a moving sight. The Messenger of Allah, the example and leader of all. In such a situation, it was too much for him. And they say, why does this messenger Muhammad eat food and walk about in the markets like ourselves? He said, you know, O Messenger of Allah, of the lifestyle of Khosrow and Caesar? The Prophet replied, O son of Khattab, are you in doubt? Are you not pleased that for us is the hereafter and for them is this world? It is a just balance and a fair distribution. So let them find their happiness in dollars, gold, silver, mansions, and cars if they can verily. By Allah, they will never find it in those things. Whosoever desires the life of the world and its glitter, to them we shall pay in full the wages of their deeds therein, and they will have no dominion therein. They are those for whom there is nothing in the hereafter but fire, and vain are the deeds they did therein. And of no effect is that which they used to do. The key to happiness, if you know Allah and worship Him, you will have found happiness and peace, even if you are living in a hut made of mud. But if you deviate from the true path, your life will truly be wretched, even if you are living a life of luxury and comfort in a large mansion. If this latter case applies to you, then you do not have with you the key to happiness. And we gave him of the treasures that are which the keys would have been a burden to a body of strong men. Pause to reflect. Truly Allah defends those who believe. In other words, He protects them from evil, both in this world and in the hereafter. In this verse, Allah enlightens us, warns us, and gives us glad tidings. He repels evil from the believers in proportion to their faith. The evil of the disbelievers, the evil whispers of the devil, the evil in their own selves, and the evil of their deeds. All of these does Allah ward off from the true believers. When calamity falls, its burden will be lightened from them. Every believer has a share in this divine protection, yet it varies according to one's level of faith. Some will receive less, others more. Among the fruits of faith is that it gives solace to the believer in times of hardship. And whosoever believes in Allah, He guides his heart. This refers to the believer who is afflicted with hardship, who knows that it is from Allah and that it was written for him. He is satisfied and submits his will to what has been predestined for him. Thus the fatal blow of hardship will lose its effect on him, because he knows that it came from Allah, and that he will be rewarded for his patience. How they used to live. Let us go back and take a glimpse at how one of the Prophet's companions would spend his day, who was married to Fatima, may Allah be pleased with her, the daughter of the Prophet, woke up early one morning with his wife and searched for food, but there was nothing in their humble home to be found. This occurred on a bitter cold day of winter, so Ali put on some warm clothes and left. He searched through all of the precincts of the city, and finally he remembered a Jew who owned a garden. When Ali reached the garden, the Jew said, "O Arab, come and harvest the dates for me, and for each large bucket that you fill, I will give you a single date." And so he toiled for a period of time until his hands hurt. And his body ached. He took the paltry number of dates that he earned, and went to the Prophet to share them with him. With whatever was left over, he and Fatima sustained themselves for the rest of the day. This was their life. Yet what may seem to be a contradiction to the material-minded person is that their homes were replete with illumination and happiness. Their hearts were filled with the noble principles that were revealed to the Prophet. Through the spiritual illumination of their hearts, they perceived the true and accepted it, while they recognized falsehood and rejected it. They worked in the path of the former, and they steered far away from the latter. They came to realize and grasp the true value and worth of things. Where is the happiness of a man like Haman? He is still cursed for his wrongdoing. As the likeness of vegetation after rain, thereof the growth is pleasing to the tiller. Afterwards it dries up and you see it turning yellow. Then it becomes straw. True happiness is with Bilal, Salman and Ammar. Bilal was a caller to the truth, Salman was truthful, and Ammar was faithful in fulfilling his obligations. What the wise say about patience. The following words are ascribed to Anusha 1. Calamity in this life is of two kinds. The first kind allows for a way out. Worrying is its remedy. The second kind permits for no solution or way out. Patience is its cure. It is also said that whoever follows patience, success will follow him. It has also been said, strive to remain alive by seeking out death. For how many have remained because they sought out death, and how many have perished who prefer to stay? And safety most often comes after treading the path of uncertainty. The Arabs would say, verily, even in evil there are degrees of better and worse. Abu explained the meaning of this expression, saying, if you are afflicted with a hardship, know that you could have been hit with far worse. If you have such an outlook, you will be better able to deal with the hardship. A way out of difficulty most often comes when hope is lost. They are those from whom we shall accept the best of their deeds and overlook their evil deeds. They shall be among the dwellers of paradise.